everyone, welcome back to Target Transfers. My name is Molly and I am joined by my colleague Andy today to talk you through everything to do with the most popular slogans for sweatshirts, t-shirts, hoodies and more. We are coming to you live today from Target Transfers in the Innovation Centre in Braintree in Essex. We're going to be talking you through how to achieve these kind of styles. So this is one that we prepared earlier. This is our Mama design, and we did this with Ultracolor Max. And as you can see on here, the gradients and the detail that we've got in such a fine design really does make all the difference when you're creating garments like this for your business. Now, these kind of slogans have been really, really popular in the last 6 to 12 months. So we are going to cover today some of the most popular ones, how you can design them on Easy View. And he's going to take you through all of the artworking later on in the live, and how you can achieve designs like this, what the most popular ones are for your heat printing business to increase sales and profit. And we're also going to show you how to fuse them as well. For those of you that have never offered full colour slogan designs before, don't worry, because bringing these designs to life has never been easier. For a cost of no more than £5 per shirt, we'll show you how to create a premium t-shirt that can be sold for between £15 and £70, depending on who you're marketing to. And like all great slogan t-shirts, this transfer will last wash after wash. So all of our transfers have been industrially tested to outlast the lifetime of the garment. To give you an idea of how big this market is, according to research from Statistica, the UK t-shirt market will be worth £1.9 billion this year, so there's room for everyone to find their place. If you've never used heat transfers before, don't worry, we're going to show you just how easy it is to start or grow your business with this printing method. It only takes a few steps. Today, I'm going to show you how to create a custom slogan in Adobe Photoshop and Illustrator with steps that everyone can follow, how to add custom patterns to any text, how to arc and manipulate text, how to order and get the best price for slogan tee transfers on our EasyView system, how to use Ultracolor Max for personalization at scale. This is our brand new DTF transfer product that I'm sure you've all seen on our socials recently. Applying slogans to t-shirts, as I've already covered. Now, we know that you expect a simplified ordering process when it comes to heat transfers, and our EasyView Uploader and Designer is the only place in the UK where you can order your transfers and where your design is checked in real time. You don't have to wait for anything to get approved before it goes through to ordering, and it's available 24 hours a day. So really, really quick, really easy and really, really simple. If you've never ordered heat transfers before, don't worry, because it only takes a few clicks with EasyView. And with custom transfers, there's no need to spend tens of thousands of pounds on a printing machine. In fact, you can get all of the materials you need to decorate your first garment from as little as £21. This is why decorating with heat transfers is the fastest growing and most scalable process available for garment decorators. The only equipment you need is a heat press, and we are part of the Styles Photonics family, and we'll show you shortly when we fuse the slogans what makes these heat presses #1 internationally. With heat transfers, your design is printed onto a special paper, which can then be placed under a heat press for 10 to 12 seconds. The design will then last the lifetime of the garment, and a high quality transfer, there's no fading, no cracking, the colour will stay vibrant for the entire time. We give every customer the same high quality transfer we would supply to the world's leading brands. And now I'm going to pass you over to Andy, who is going to take you through the artworking phase of these most popular slogans.
Hi everyone, thank you for joining us today. As Molly said, I'm going to teach you how to do a few simple designs that absolutely anyone can follow. So don't worry about it if you've never used Photoshop or Illustrator before, you'll be absolutely fine. But if you're already an existing customer, you'll also be able to pick up some tips that you can use and apply to your existing product range as well. But if you have any questions as we go, please just stop me, leave a comment, and we can address them straight away. We're going to run through Photoshop first, and we'll do a little demonstration about how to actually apply the transfers, and then we can go back to Illustrator. If any of you use it, just using Illustrator, just let me know in the comments. I'll be more than happy to help. So without further ado, I'm going to open up Photoshop for you. So as Molly mentioned, we're going to show you how to do some really simple slogan stuff today, and that absolutely anyone can follow. So if you've never done a slogan before, it's really easy. And absolutely anyone who's got any kind of design software can just do a very simple slogan. So you don't even have to have multicolour stuff. You can literally just put a text box, change the font to be whatever you want to do. Say absolutely anything you need it to say. It's really that easy. There's so many preloaded fonts anyway. Absolutely anyone can do it. You just pop it in and change your font. So that's all there is to it. I'm going to concentrate today on showing you how to do some multicolour stuff, because this is what we're finding to be the most popular amongst all of our customers. So we believe that it'll be one that will be great for your customers too. So all we're going to do to start off with is really quickly show you just a few tips and tricks. So I'm going to recreate the one you can see at the top of my page here. So to do this, it's really, really easy, and this can be applied to just about any type of design. So I'm just going to really quickly put some text in, give some size here. So we've got a very simple, boring one to start off with, but don't worry, we're going to make it look a bit more exciting in just a moment. So all we need to do first we're going to do the arc or the warping of the text. So this is really, really easy. Just select the text you want to manipulate, and all you need to go is to edit, and then you're going to go down to transform, which is about halfway down, and then warp. So then you can see here at the top here, you've got this warp area, so you can change a few different things. You can bend it, you can make it go higher on one side, lower on the other, bring it in a bit. I'm just going to show you how to do a very simple warping of the text here. So all we're going to do is add some percentage to this here. So you can see straight away, it's only had a little bit, but it's already starting to change a bit. So no matter how much percentage you want, it's very nice and easy. You can just, so about 15% is ideal for these particular designs, because it means that you can cover lots of different body types when you're actually putting it on the end product. So it's very, very simple. Just going to run through that one more time. Select the text you want, go to edit, transform, and warp, and you can just change it as much or as little as you want. Really, really easy. Do you find the desired style for yourself? So that's very quickly just how to warp it, and it's really, really is that simple. So like I said, this is going to be easy enough for anyone to pick up exactly how to do these tips and tricks. So the next step here is going to show you how to add a pattern, and this is really, really easy, much easier than you could have possibly imagined. So all you need to do to create a custom pattern is open up a file. So all you do is you do open, file open, find the one you want, and we're going to open this one up. So you open up your particular color. So we've got a nice leopard print one here, and these designs are super easy to get hold of. So even if you are like, I can follow these steps, that's really easy, but I don't know how to get the patterns in the first place. To be honest with you, you can really easily just go on to Etsy, and I think it was for 100 designs, it was £4. So, and it got 100 different leopard print designs for that. So it's really, really easy to get hold of the custom designs. Or if you've got a particular pattern that you're after, you can very easily get hold of a digitizing company, probably do something custom to your liking for, say, £15. It really won't cost very much to you, and then you can use that for the lifetime of your design. So to be able to use this design, all you're going to do now is go select all, and then you're going to go to edit again, and you're going to go to define pattern, which is just about 2/3 of the way down, and then just give it a quick name. And you can see already it's turned into the pattern section here, so that means that it's already loaded now as a pattern. So if we go back to the original design, we can see the pattern is here for us to use. So really, a couple of steps there. All I did was, just to run you through that again, was edit and then define pattern. Really, really easy. So now I'm going to show you how to manipulate that pattern to get a really good effect on your actual slogan. So select the slogan you want, and then you're going to go to layer, go down to layer style, which is just in the top quarter here, and then find pattern overlay. Brings you up this window here, so just move it to the side so you'll be able to see everything I'm doing. So to find the one I just did, just click. And you can see over here it's already changed it. So I'm just going to zoom in a bit so you can see the detail. So that was it. That's all I had to do to get the pattern to go on. I just went to layer style and then pattern overlay. So to get it to look right, because obviously if you get a leopard print pattern, that's one thing. You want to make sure that you're actually getting good coverage of the leopard print in your design. If the pattern's too big or broad, you'll end up just with pink with a few black and green splodges over it. So you need to be able to now is to manipulate the design, the print around it. So when you cut the pattern overlay box open, you just go onto the design and you can see you can start moving it around really nice and easy. So that way you can make sure you've got enough leopard print coverage on absolutely everything you do. So it's really, really nice and easy. And then you've got this scale tool here, so you can just zoom in and zoom out. So if you want a very broad pattern, you've got it there. If you want a really condensed pattern, you can scale it right down. And then you can see you've got loads of leopard print all over this design now. So that's basically it. You've got some other tools where you can change the angle a bit. I won't overcomplicate it on this particular one, so I just want to make sure that you can all do applying a pattern very easily. So before I try to do this again, I just want to check if anyone has any questions, anyone who's watching along, if that makes sense, or if you'd like to see anything in particular with regards to the manipulation. So just leave a comment here and we can cover all that today. So I'm just going to run through this one more time for you. I'm going to add a text box. And then I'm going to go to edit and transform, and I'm going to warp that. I'll give you a quick view on what you can do with some of these ones as well. So you can also warp it in the other direction as well if you want. So if you want to bring the top level in a little bit. To create a custom pattern, all you need to do is open up a design file. So we've opened that up. Select all. And then you go down to edit again. Find define pattern, just give it a name. So really, really simple. Select the text you want to manipulate, layer style, pattern overlay. Then you can move that around as you wish to find the right color combination, increase it or decrease it if you want to have a really detailed pattern on it. And that's literally all there is to it. So all you would do is you create your pattern there, and then you would just upload it to our system. So I'm just going to show you one more thing. I'm going to show you how to do this with photos. So I'm just going to show you how to do a nice travel one now. Font down a bit. find another image. So this is really easy to do with photos as well. So you could very easily just find any photo you've done, be it on holiday, one you've taken, and just follow exactly the same steps. So you go select all, then you go to edit and define pattern, give it a name, click OK, and then go back to design again and follow the same steps. So layer style, pattern overlay. This time you can find the photo, and again you can just move it around, manipulate it as you see fit. Molly's got a really good example she can show you on the camera in just a moment as well. It's very easy to just do anything that's personalized this way. So this is one of the things we really want to stress with Ultracolor Max, because it's, you only need to order one. When we talk about personalization on scale, what we mean is that you can literally have a whole sheet of everything that's entirely different. So for instance, you could probably get 30 or 40 sets of initials on here. So if we change that one now, you can really maximize it, because obviously you want to make the most of your £29. But this one, so I'm just going to zoom in so you can see that is only at 50%, and that's ample big enough. So you could get probably 50 sets of initials on here. So you're only looking at paying sort of 50p for a transfer that way per customer. So when we talk about how you can turn this into a profitable business and a maximum input of £5 per item, this is what we mean. You can really make use of this 55 by 55 centimeter sheet and get lots of stuff on. So if you're doing personalization, it means you can offer your customers anything, any name they want, with any colors now, because obviously a lot of you that do personalization are already using heat transfer vinyl. Obviously there's a large range that we have, but you can potentially now have an unlimited range of colors and patterns that you can offer your customers. So there's really so much more possibility now. So now I'm just going to quickly show you how to actually make the most of these transfers with our custom designer. So if you were to go to our homepage, which is custom.targettransfers.com. So to start off with, you've never ordered heat transfers before and you just want to dip your toe in the water and try it a little bit, you can go and choose our Ultracolor Max transfer, because this is available for a minimum order of just one. It's 55 by 55 centimeter sheet, so you can really experiment with designs and options and find ones you think might work and just trial stuff that way. So I'm just going to pick a design I created earlier. So that is 34 centimeters. That's really quite big, so we can make that a little bit smaller. Probably about 20 centimeters is fine. I'm going to go approximate with this one, so I can just change it with the text there, 20 centimeters. And you can see that's large pinball. We could get loads on there. So if we were to just select that and then copy, paste it, we can immediately start to do what we call as a gang sheet. So where we put as many transfers as we want on the page. And these can all be different. You don't have to pick the same one each time. They can be different sizes, depending on what the purpose of the transfer is. If it's going on a t-shirt, a hoodie, or a bag, you can have lots of different sizes. It means you can get really good cost efficiencies with your first transfer order. So you can do put lots of different styles on there, so you can experiment, you can sample, you can see which ones actually look best when you order them, and just for £29. So I'm just going to run through the application in just a moment. But one thing I just wanted to show you really quickly before I hand over is, so this is how you can do it to start off with. And if you're doing personalization, this is a great way to do it, because you're always going to be doing a one-to-one product that way. But if you were looking to scale a particular design, this is where we recommend using our normal Ultracolor product. So I'll just go back to the main page so you can all follow along. So if you get to the point where you're ordering in sort of multiples of 10, it's much more cost efficient to use Ultracolor, what we call Ultracolor Standard. It basically means it's a really scalable product. So again, you can gang the sheet still. So just pick an A3 layout, add your design on. And again, you can put as many of these as you want on here, but if you were to say, we can put a few different ones on here. So we can get 3 on there just to start off with. But if we were to order, so even at the cheapest option, you're only going to be paying not even £2 per transfer here. But if you were to start ordering larger quantities, you can see that you can bring your price down quite considerably. So this is the great product if you then want to scale a design that really takes off. So thank you very much for watching along with me today. So that was how we made those designs in Photoshop. Leave a comment if you would like to see me do that in Illustrator after Molly's demonstration. If there's no comments on that, we'll just carry on with the actual application process, which I'm now going to hand back to Molly and let her take the reins with.
Great, thanks for that, Andy. So before we get started with the fusing, I just want to show you the size of the Ultra Colour Max sheets that you get when you order on EasyView. So this is 55 by 55 centimetres, and I can barely fit it on the screen. As you can see, there's plenty of designs on there, most of which I'm going to show you today. As you see, you've got the typical mama one, which Andy's just showed you, the travel version as well, the personalisation at the bottom. These are actually quite big personalisations, so if you wanted them to be maybe left chest or something like that, you could shrink them down and get even more on here. But yes, that's a rather large sheet, 55 by 50 centimetres for just £29. Okay, moving on to the application side of things. So we are going to be using this Ultra Colour Max transfer today, which says Summer Vibes, and it's got a great palm tree multicoloured pattern throughout. So that's very, very on trend at the moment. And we're going to be using one of our Bella Canvas t-shirts. Whether or not you've seen our videos that have been going live and our stories, we're collaborating with Bella Canvas on a lot of things, bringing you the complete package with transfers and high quality garments as well. Before we get started on the fusing of the transfer, I just want to show you a really quick thing about Bella Canvas t-shirts is that they have removable neck labels. Now, if you want to keep the wash quality label in, for example, it is possible just to tear away the top label, leaving the wash care in. So you just remove the Bella Canvas branding and you're left with your wash care. If you want to do everything yourself, then you just remove the other one as well, and you're left with a complete plain neck label to apply your branding or your customer's branding to. Okay, so first things first, I'm going to upload my transfer onto the garment. Is there a close-up press we can pop on for everyone watching, Andy? There we go, so you can see them doing it nice and close. So we're using the Hotronics Max clamp today, and this is on one of the case stands that makes it completely threadable, which is really handy. We're set to 145 degrees at 12 seconds. This is digital readout as well. So it's only got the one timer on here. It's not a dual timer like the auto open. So after 12 seconds, I'm just going to pull it back up. Take my transfer, for those of you watching the close-up camera, and place it roughly 9 centimetres from the neckline. And then using release paper just to protect the transfer, pop that on top. And we're going to fuse for 12 seconds, Ultra Colour Max. And one of my favourite parts about this product is that it is a hot peel, so we don't have to wait for it to cool down before we remove the carrier. And that's done. We've lost the release paper. Perfect hot peel. Look at that. Show you on the close up. There we go, that took 12 seconds to apply. Full colour designs, really, really soft, thin finish there. It feels like part of the garment. Really, really high quality. That will last now. There's no need to give it a second press. And yeah, I love this pattern. It goes really well on the Bella Canvas t-shirt as well. Okay, so that's the first garment I wanted to show you. The second is a sweatshirt. So we're going to be using one of the Mama transfers. Now everyone's seen these all over Etsy, on Instagram. They're very popular at the moment. And as Andy showed you on Photoshop a minute ago, you can now add your full colour design. So this is one of the multicoloured leopard prints that we have on the gang sheet. And this is, again, another Bella canvas. I believe this is the drop shoulder sweatshirt. Part of their fleece range. It's really, really soft on the inside, but it still has that really nice, smooth finish on the outside, ready to apply your garments to. Exactly the same concept with the neck label. You can just pull them out, which is really, really great for branding. So just going to fuse this one now. Very nice, smooth surface, just making sure the neck of the garment is off. Give it a quick repress. A few seconds will do that perfectly fine, just to remove the creases that were in the jumper. Placing the transfer down. Add the release paper and it for 12 seconds. It really is this simple to apply full colour, really, really detailed designs to any garment. And again, nice hot feel on that one. So you can see, again, really, really nice finish there. You've got your full colour, completely, look how soft and smooth that is. You can see how thin that is on the garment too. Perfect, so these are some of the most popular slogans out there at the moment. And with Ultra Colour Max DTF transfers, Bella Canvas products and Hotronix presses, you really can create such high quality garments that your customers are going to love. They will last and last and last. They can be washed over 60 times. And yeah, these garments are really, really comfortable to wear as well. So keep an eye out on our socials and on YouTube for more videos with Bella Canvas. And if you do have any questions about anything we've done today, drop them in the comments box. Have we got any questions before I talk about the press, Andy? No? Okay, cool. So the heat press that we were using today is, like I said, is the Hotronix Max Plan heat press. It does have open pressure, which is Hotronix's best selling. It has digital. As I mentioned, it's got the temperature and the time readout, but it only has one timer. So with the order, it has dual timers, so you can set your pre-press separately to your actual fuse time. It's not really that much of an issue, like I just showed you, because it's not an auto open. You can just put it back up after a few seconds, and it keeps resetting to 12, so you can just keep going with your transfers. The only thing it doesn't have is the pressure readout, but you can easily just find that, because you should be able to pull the press down with 2 to 3 fingers. And you also know if you start to get massive scorch marks on your garments that your pressure is too heavy. It does have quick change patterns as well with the Hotronix heat presses, so no matter what you're fusing, you can add a 10 by 10 for a neck label, for example. Then you just tag along patterns fit the 40 by 50 presses, so this one here, which means you could fuse, for example, one of these Mama transfers and a branded neck at the same time. There's plenty of videos of us using our tag along pattern on our YouTube channel, so if you want to check those out for a more in-depth look, you can do. As I demonstrated, the Hotronix Max Plan presses are threadable as well, so you can either get the caddy stand, which is what ours is on at the moment. So that's quite good if you have maybe a big space or you need to move it around, because it has wheels on the bottom, so you can drag it around your workspace. Or you can get the counter caddy, which sits on top of a workbench. So whatever option suits you best, but it does make the machine threadable, so I highly recommend that, because it means you can really, really get accurate pressure for that long-lasting, high-quality fuse that we talked about. And also, because it's a transfer design, it is space-saving as well, so if you don't have a massive workspace, you can easily fit one of these in. If you are looking to level up your heat press, then we'd maybe recommend the Auto Open or the Fusion IQ. It really depends where you're at in your business, how many garments you're fusing, what type. So if you have any questions about which heat press you think is right for you, don't hesitate to send us a message or give us a phone call. We'll be more than happy to help you find the right press for you. Hotronics has a very, very wide range available, so there'll definitely be something to suit your business. As far as Ultracolour Max transfers go, they are now available on EasyView, so if you head to custom.targettransfers.com, you can order them today. We're on a 2 working day turnaround, so they are very, very quick. And like I say, they'll be at your door in 2 days, ready for you to fuse, and then you can send them out to the customer the same day. So very, very quick turnaround on that one. Do we have any questions coming through, Andy?
No, we don't. Looks like we have a few quality issues on the screen. So firstly, apologies for that. We will be doing a full video of this as well that you'll be able to watch back at a later date. So do keep an eye on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, because we will be posting it there as well. So you'll be able to watch back in your own leisure and see the full video with full quality as well.
Yes, and I will cut it and make it a bit quicker for you so you don't have to listen to us ramble if you don't need to. The only other thing I want to mention is that we have just released the first episode of season 2 of the Target Transfers podcast. That is now available on Spotify, Apple, YouTube, all of your favourite streaming platforms. So go ahead and listen to that or watch it if that's your preference. And I think that's everything for today. Thank you very much for joining. Do you have anything to add before we?
Just got one quick question.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The longevity of the full colour transfers.
Okay, well, the Ultracolour Max transfers, same as Ultracolour Standard and Screen, if they are applied correctly, which, as I say, the temperature settings today for Max is 145, 12 seconds. Everything else is sent to you when you order transfers, so no matter what type you've got, you'll have the correct application settings in the box with them. As long as they're applied correctly, they will outlast the garment as well, so that will, you don't have any concerns about it coming off, it won't pin, it won't crack. As I say, as long as you've applied them correctly using our recommended settings, then yeah, you will have no issues this lasting 50, 60 plus washes, outlasting the garment, so yeah. Brilliant. Cool. I think that's everything for today. Thank you very much for everyone for joining us. Apologies about the quality issues. We will, as Andy said, do another version of this video pre-recorded and upload it to our YouTube video so you can watch that back without any technical issues. And yes, thank you very much for joining and we'll see you next time.